properly. It will be more properly illuminated, right? So that can be very clearly, you can say, seen when you can compare it with the lens system or the lenses. Here I will put it. Now you can see these are three different objectives, right? These are three different objectives. The first one, say for example, is low power objective. Say for example, this is low power objective. This is high power objective. And this is oil immersion objective. So you can find the things that the angular aperture or numerical aperture in case of low power objective is very low. The angle is narrow. So the light admitting capacity is less. Here it is slightly increased. Now why it is increased? Because the working distance is reduced down. Here this much air is there in the path. Here this much air is there, and now there is no air. Here, say for example, a drop of oil is placed and the first lens of the objective is dipped in oil. So here the light which is coming from the source will not be diverged or will not be deflected or reflected. Rather, what will happen? The light which has been transmitted from the object will enter into the objective. And here in this case, you will find that the numerical aperture, the value of numerical aperture is more, higher. So working distance जितना कम होगा और medium refractive index of it. Now the refractive index of oil which is placed here, it is 1.5. It is 1.5. So higher the numerical aperture, more will be the magnifying power, right? So you can see here the numerical aperture of three different lenses are given here. The first one A, which I said that it is consider it as low power objective, जहां working distance ज्यादा है और यहाँ air medium है, तो उसका numerical aperture value है that is n sin theta. It is 0.1. It is 0.3 and now it is 0.8. So यहाँ 0.8 है. So maximum light is being admitted into the objective and you will get more focus of this particular brightness will be increased. Okay. Now the refractive index of air is 1 as I stated. Since the sin theta in case of air as a refractive index, the sin theta cannot be greater than 1. Sin theta cannot be greater than 1 क्योंकि refractive index ही 1 है, तो इससे ज्यादा नहीं होगा sin theta. Then the only practical way of raising numerical aperture above 1 is to increase the refractive index. क्योंकि मीडियम का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स एयर अगर है तो उसका रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स कितना है 1 है. तो sin theta, that is the angular numerical aperture cannot be greater than 1. So if you want to raise the numerical aperture, the only practical way of raising numerical aperture above 1 is to increase the refractive index of the medium. So for increasing the refractive index of the medium, instead of air, if you place oil, if you fill the gap with oil, normally cedar wood oil is used in microscopy. Cedar wood oil is used, which is commonly used, and the refractive index of the cedar wood oil is 1.5. So when light passes from air to glass, or when light passes from air to glass, then oil, they bend towards the normal. When light passes from air, now यहाँ air है, air to glass, this is light, to glass, and then it comes to oil. So from rarer medium to denser medium, when it is passing, as I stated, the light earlier also I have stated that when light passes from rarer medium to the denser medium, it bends towards the normal. तो ये अगर normal है, ये अगर normal है, तो when light is passing, it will bend towards the normal. It will bend towards the normal, and therefore maximum of the divergent rays will be introduced into the your what you can say objective instead of going away. Instead of going away, नहीं तो ये क्या होगा, ये ऐसा सीधा चला जाएगा. लेकिन यहाँ ऑयल रहने की वजह से what will happen, it will be bent towards the normal. तो इधर अगर जाता है तो बजाय बाहर जाने के वो अंदर ऑब्जेक्टिव में जाएगा. So you will get greater numerical aperture of the objective, and if the numerical aperture is greater, naturally the resolving power will also be increased, and therefore it is very essential that you should have the objective with increased or more numerical aperture. For example के तौर पे अगर मैं आपको क्लियर करूं तो एक एग्जांपल लिया जा सकता है. Say the value of numerical aperture of oil immersion objective can be calculated by this formula. जैसे मैंने कहा कि न्यूमेरिकल अपर्चर कैलकुलेट करने का फॉर्मूला क्या है, न्यूमेरिकल अपर्चर इज इक्वल टू n sin theta. What is n? Where n is the refractive index of the medium and sin theta is the numerical aperture. What is numerical aperture? Numerical aperture is half of the angular aperture. ये जो एंगल है, ये जो थीटा है, this is your numerical aperture, right? So n sin theta is a formula for calculation of numerical aperture. For example, if we are talking about this ऑयल इमर्शन ऑब्जेक्टिव, ऑयल इमर्शन ऑब्जेक्टिव का जो मीडियम होता है वो क्या है, यहाँ ऑयल है, सो इट इज 1.5, n वैल्यू इज 1.5, इट इज मल्टीप्लाइड बाय साइन थीटा. से फॉर एग्जांपल द वैल्यू ऑफ साइन थीटा इज 58 degrees. So finally you will get numerical aperture value somewhere like this. So that is the relationship between numerical aperture and the resolving power. कोणाचं चालू आहे, माइक बंद करा. Put off your mic, make it yourself mute. Similarly, now this is how the numerical aperture can be calculated. Now the relationship between numerical aperture and resolution can also be expressed. For the resolution or resolving power of a microscope or a lens is given by this formula. This is lambda, that is the wavelength of the light which is being used for illumination, divided by twice of numerical aperture. This is resolving power. Now what relation is there? जितना ज्यादा न्यूमेरिकल अपर्चर होगा उतना ज्यादा रिजॉल्विंग पावर होगा. What is resolving power? Resolving power is the ability of that particular lens to make the small object which are placed close together as distinct one, right? So the relationship between numerical aperture and resolving power of a lens can be expressed by this particular formula as resolving power is equal to lambda by twice numerical aperture, where lambda is the wavelength of the light. It is the wavelength of the light. In last period I have told you that how wavelength affects the resolution. If you take a normal light, you will know that all different colors are there in the light, and therefore you need to reduce down the wavelength. Normal विजिबल लाइट का वेवलेंथ होता है 400 नैनोमीटर टू 800 नैनोमीटर. दिस इज द नॉर्मल रेंज ऑफ विजिबल लाइट. यहां नॉर्मली अपने को ग्रीन लाइट या ब्लू लाइट यूज करना होता है. ब्लू लाइट में सबसे ज्यादा व्हाट यू कैन से clarity you get. So you require monochromatic light. तो मोनोक्रोमेटिक लाइट मिलने के लिए क्या करना पड़ता है? यू विल यूज ए फिल्टर. अगर आप नीले कलर का फिल्टर यूज करते हो और उसमें से लाइट पास करते हो तो जो लाइट फिर मिलेगा वो नीले कलर का मिलेगा, राइट? या ग्रीन कलर यूज करते हो तो ग्रीन कलर का मिलेगा आपको. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इस एग्जाम्पल के लिए अपन ग्रीन कलर का लाइट यूज करते हैं, ऐसा बोलेंगे द ग्रीन कलर लाइट हैज द वेवलेंथ ऑफ 0.55 माइक्रोन. तो क्या होगा इसका कैलकुलेशन अगर आप करना चाहते हो तो 0.55 माइक्रोन विच इज द वेवलेंथ, इट इज मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 2 into this numerical aperture, say 1.3. So that will yield somewhere to 0.21 micron. तो ये हो गया रिजॉल्विंग पावर ऑफ ऑयल इमर्शन ऑब्जेक्टिव. तो इसमें इंपॉर्टेंट, जितना इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूमेरिकल अपर्चर है उतना ही इंपॉर्टेंट वेवलेंथ ऑफ द लाइट है. अगर ये बढ़ जाता है, इफ यू आर यूजिंग natural light without using a filter, so that will decrease down the value of your resolving power. So that is what you need to see to it, that from these two calculations one can conclude that the smallest details, that is the resolving power, can be seen by typical light microscope, those having a diameter approximately of 0.2 micron. So here refractive index of the medium is important and the wavelength is important. That determines the actual numerical aperture and the resolving power of a lens. Different mediums are there which are having different refractive index. For example, air is having 1, glass is having 1.6, oil is having 1.5. Like this, different refractive indexes are there. So we need to know that, right? So numerical aperture is n sin theta. This sin theta, it can be, or it is the numerical aperture, this one, half of the angular aperture, and angular aperture is this one, right? तो एंगुलर अपर्चर जितना ज्यादा होगा उतना ज्यादा न्यूमेरिकल अपर्चर होगा. न्यूमेरिकल अपर्चर जितना ज्यादा होगा उतना उतना उसका रिजॉल्विंग पावर होगा, प्रोवाइडेड दैट यू आर यूजिंग ए मोनोक्रोमेटिक लाइट, राइट? और रिजॉल्विंग पावर अगर ज्यादा है तो यू विल बी एबल टू सी क्लियरली द इमेज ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ऑब्जेक्ट. क्लियर मैग्निफाइड image of the object can be seen. So this is what we have talked yesterday. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
So this was what I was talking about yesterday regarding numerical aperture. Now, as per your syllabus, after numerical aperture, we have talked about magnification, we have talked about resolving power, we have talked about numerical aperture. Now we need to know the importance of microscope and different parts of the microscope. So what are the different parts of microscope? That also yesterday up to certain extent I have discussed. Basically, a compound light microscope, if you talk about, you can say that there are three different parts, major three different parts. First part, whatever is there, is your this one, mechanical parts. Second is magnifying part, and the third one is illuminating part. These are the parts which are associated. So this is basically referred as anatomy of microscope. So while talking about anatomy of microscope, what are different parts of the microscope and what are their functions, that you should know. So mechanical parts, whatever are there, the function of this mechanical part is adjustment and support. The function of mechanical parts is adjustment and support, whereas the function of magnifying parts is enlargement of the specimen. The function of magnifying part is enlargement of the specimen sample, whereas the third part is referred as illuminating part. The function of illuminating part is to provide light for illumination of the object. So these are the three major, you can say, parts of microscope that are associated with microscope. The construction of microscope is based on this, right? So three different parts are there: mechanical parts, magnifying part, and illuminating part. The mechanical part, when you talk about mechanical parts, the microscope consists of a sturdy metal body or a stand with a broad base. You can see here. Can you see the microscope here? So this part is the base. It is called as base. So the microscope, which consists of a sturdy metal body or stand with a broad base, or it is called as foot also. Foot or base. Mostly it is horseshoe shaped. It is mostly horseshoe shaped, which is used there for putting the microscope on a firm flat surface without any disturbance. From broad base, you will find that there arises a short, stout pillar sort of structure. This is the second part, mechanical part. From the base or foot, you can see that there arises a small, short, stout or sturdy pillar-like structure that supports an upright curved arm. So here, this is your pillar, and here there is a support to the other mechanical part, or the mechanical part called as arm. This arm is a curved part, and the light source, it is situated in the base. This is the light source, mirror. So this is, which is mirror. Sometimes this can be replaced with light source. Electric lamp can be there, or there can be mirror most of the time. Above the light source, you will find that there is a attachment called as condenser, and there is iris diaphragm and for controlling. Then the platform is there, and here two knobs are there, like these parts are there, that we will see one by one. So basically, mechanical parts, magnifying parts, illuminating parts. The function of mechanical part is adjustment and support. Magnifying part is enlargement of the specimen sample, and illuminating part is to provide the light. Okay. Now, when you talk about this mechanical part, this first is the base. As I stated, base. It is bottommost portion that supports the entire microscope. Right. So this is your, what you can say, base. This is the base. Right. Then comes pillar. Base is a, mostly it is horseshoe shape, curved shape, like this, you can see, and it supports the entire body of the microscope at the bottom. The second mechanical part is pillar. This one is pillar. This is the part above the base, above the foot. It is called as base, or you can refer it as foot also. Foot of the microscope, on which the microscope stands. Then comes the pillar. Pillar is the part above the foot or the base that supports the other part of the microscope, basically this particular arm. This is called as arm. Now at this point, at the junction of the foot and the pillar, you will find there is a inclination joint, this particular part. This is called as inclination joint, which supports or allows टिल्टिंग ऑफ अब ये अगर आप देखते हो माइक्रोस्कोप, ये माइक्रोस्कोप टिल्टेड है, राइट, एंड दिस टिल्टिंग इज पॉसिबल से आप बैठे हुए हो स्टूल पे और आपको माइक्रोस्कोप बैठे बैठे देखना है, तो उठ के देखने के बजाय आप उस माइक्रोस्कोप को फुट को पकड़ के, आर्म को दूसरे हाथ से पकड़ के उसको आपके तरफ खींच सकते हो, सो इट विल बी इंक्लाइंड. So that allows the tilting of the microscope for convenience of observation by the user. You can, while sitting, you can observe with your eye from the ocular the specimen which is placed on the platform, right? So these are the main mechanical parts which are associated with the microscope. You can see this. So this is base. You can see it is horseshoe shape. Then is the pillar. Here you can see the inclination joint. With this you can move it forward or towards you so that it becomes observable. Then you can see here is the mirror, right? Means that is illuminating part. Here is the mirror. This one is mirror. I have told you that mirror is plano-concave mirror. It is plano-concave, means one side of the mirror is plane and the other side of the mirror is concave. Concave side तब इस्तेमाल की जाती है जब जब आप काम कर रहे हो लो पावर ऑब्जेक्टिव या हाई पावर ऑब्जेक्टिव के साथ. When you are working with low power objective or high power objective, you are supposed to use concave side of the mirror for focusing the light, and when you are using oil immersion objective, then you are supposed to use plane side of the mirror for focusing the object. Okay. Now here, after this or above this mirror, you will find this assembly. This is called as condenser. This is called as condenser, and the function of condenser is to condense the light which is coming from this source. यहाँ मिरर के बजाय कुछ माइक्रोस्कोप में इलेक्ट्रिकल लाइट भी होता है जो पावर से चलता है. फंक्शन इज सेम, इल्यूमिनेशन. तो यहाँ जो कंडेंसर है, कंडेंसर का फंक्शन, दिस इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज सबस्टेज कंडेंसर. सबस्टेज कंडेंसर क्यों कहा जाता है? बिकॉज इट इज बिलो द स्टेज. दिस इज द स्टेज और प्लेटफॉर्म. ये स्टेज है. स्टेज के नीचे जो कंडेंसर होता है उसको कहा जाता है सबस्टेज कंडेंसर. यहां भी एक लेंस होता है. दिस लेंस विल कलेक्ट और कंडेंस द लाइट कमिंग फ्रॉम दिस सोर्स, and it will admit that light or focus that light on the platform where the object is placed. Similarly, there is one lever. You can see this lever. It is called as iris diaphragm. This iris diaphragm is used to close or open the mouth of the condenser, or to control the intensity, you can say. iris diaphragm controls the intensity of the light coming from the mirror. तो इसको आप बंद कर सकते हो, ओपन कर सकते हो. अगर आपने इसको हाफ क्लोज रखा तो कम लाइट एंटर होगा कंडेंसर में. इसको अगर आपने पूरा ओपन किया तो ज्यादा लाइट मिलेगा आपको कंडेंसर में. सो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ लाइट you need to use this iris diaphragm either to reduce down the intensity or increase the intensity of the light. And this condenser can be moved with this knob. This knob is there. Depending upon your requirement, you can lower down the condenser or you can take it up rightly close to the platform. Normally, if when you are using dry lenses like low power objective and high power objective, the condenser should be lowered down. It should be away from the platform. But when you are using oil immersion objective, then the condenser should be taken up just touching to the platform. So these are some practical things which you need to know. So above the substage condenser, on the substage condenser you will get iris diaphragm, and above the condenser there is a flat platform, or which is called as stage. And on the stage you can see this, it is called as mechanical stage. Mechanical stage is there, which is used to hold the slide. It is fitted on the platform to hold the slide, and with the help of knobs you can move the slide with the help of mechanical stage to right hand side, to left hand side, to upper side, to lower side. There are knobs and accordingly work. Then this is the arm, and on the arm you will find that there are two knobs. One is called as coarse adjustment knob, and this one is called as fine adjustment knob, right? And this is called as body tube. This is body tube जहां प्राइमरी इमेज बनता है. दिस इज नोज पीस. इस नोज पीस पे रिवॉल्विंग नोज पीस होता है. ये मूव होता है, एंड ऑन दिस नोज पीस the objectives are fixed. 3 to 4 objectives are fixed on the nose piece, and this is the body tube. To the lower side of the body tube is the nose piece where objectives are attached, and to the upper side here there is eyepiece or ocular, right? So this is overall construction of the microscope. Okay, one by one we will see these things. What is the function of arm? You can see the function of arm. Arm or neck, which is also called, it is curved slanted part which is held while carrying the microscope. You need to hold at this particular point. You need to hold at this particular point. Here you will be holding with your hand to pick up the microscope. Okay. So this is called as arm or neck of the microscope, which is C-shaped or curved shape. Then stage, as I stated, this is the stage. It is a platform where the object to be examined or the specimen to be examined is placed, right? There are stage clips, or here in most of the microscope there is mechanical stage. And the function of this stage clip or mechanical stage is to hold the specimen on the stage firmly, so that whenever you tilt the microscope or move the microscope from one place to another, your object should not fall down. So आपके ग्लास स्लाइड को पकड़ने के लिए, फर्मली पकड़ने के लिए, कुछ माइक्रोस्कोप में स्टेज क्लिप्स होते हैं, कुछ माइक्रोस्कोप में मैकेनिकल स्टेज होती है. तो मैकेनिकल, अभी बहुत सारे माइक्रोस्कोप में, कंपाउंड माइक्रोस्कोप जो है उनमें मैकेनिकल स्टेज होती है, which can be used for moving the microscope also. So basically stage का काम क्या है? Stage will provide a platform where the specimen sample which is examined is placed, and the on the platform or on the stage there are either stage clips or mechanical stage which is used to hold the specimen sample firmly. It is used to hold the specimen sample firmly. Then on the stage you will find that there is a opening. Say for example ये आपका माइक्रोस्कोप का स्टेज है, तो यहाँ स्टेज में एक छोटा सर्कुलर होल होता है जिसके ऊपर आप आपका स्लाइड रखोगे इस तरह से. And whatever the specimen is there, that specimen should come in the center of that particular hole. That is opening of the stage. Otherwise, whatever the light it is being coming from the condenser for illuminating this object will not be transmitted. Therefore, आपका जो स्पेसिमेन सैंपल है स्लाइड पे लिया हुआ, वो उसका प्लेसमेंट जो है इस ओपनिंग पे ही होना चाहिए, इस ओपनिंग पे ही रखना है आपको, राइट. तो इस तरह से आपका ओपनिंग दिखेगा. ये 2 से 3 सेंटीमीटर का होता है होल, छोटा होता है, उसके ऊपर आपका स्पेसिमेन सैंपल आपको रखना है. एंड देन इट विल बी हेल्ड बाय द क्लिप्स. ऐसे क्लिप्स होते हैं या फिर मैकेनिकल स्टेज होता है जो मूव कर रहा जाता. देन इज द बॉडी ट्यूब. ये बॉडी ट्यूब है, राइट, यहां तक के बॉडी ट्यूब. दिस इज बॉडी ट्यूब. द लोअर पार्ट ऑफ बॉडी ट्यूब इज connected with the nose piece and the upper part is with the ocular. The body tube is attached to the arm. It is attached to the arm and bears the lenses. It bears the lenses. 2 lenses are there. One is ocular at one end and other is objective at the other end. This objective and ocular, this can be moved towards the object with the help of the adjustment knobs which are there on the arm connecting this, and 2 adjustment knobs are there, fine adjustment, coarse adjustment. This is called as draw tube. Cylindrical structure on the top of the body, this is draw tube. Cylindrical structure on the top of the body tube that holds the ocular lens. ये ocular, ये है draw tube, इतना पार्ट, और ये पूरा जो है ये बॉडी ट्यूब है. तो यहाँ ऑक्यूलर फिट हुआ होता है, राइट. You can see all these things what I have just told you. This is draw tube, this is body tube, this is revolving nose piece, this is stage, this is mechanical stage, this is arm or neck. These are the knobs, coarse adjustment knob, fine adjustment knob. This is used to move this body tube, whole body tube, along with draw tube, ocular and the nose piece or objective towards the object, right. This is then revolving या rotating nose piece होता है. Rotating means you can move it. There are 3 to 4 objectives which are attached to the nose piece. Then there is a dust shield which lies atop the nose piece that keeps the dust away from settling on the objective. On the objective that is there, most of the time it is not observable. This is the revolving nose piece and this is the dust shield which protects the dust from entering into the objective. कोर्स एडजस्टमेंट नॉब एंड फाइन एडजस्टमेंट नॉब. ये जो बड़ा वाला दिखता है आपको ये है कोर्स एडजस्टमेंट और ये छोटा वाला जो है वो फाइन एडजस्टमेंट है. कोर्स एडजस्टमेंट नॉब इज फॉर रफ फोकसिंग ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट. कोर्स एडजस्टमेंट नॉब जो होता है दैट इज यूज्ड फॉर रफ फोकसिंग ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट. द होल बॉडी ट्यूब इंक्लूडिंग द ड्रॉ ट्यूब that is ocular and objective can be moved towards the object by moving this coarse adjustment knob. The coarse adjustment knob is geared to the body tube which elevates or lowers when rotated during the observation. You can bring the object into rough focus by moving the course adjustment knob towards the object. So if you rotate it in a clockwise direction, if the course adjustment knob is rotated in a clockwise direction, it will lower the body tube, lower down the body tube towards the objective. And if you move it in a anti-clockwise direction, it will lift up the body tube along with the objective from the object. तो जब आप आंख में ऑक्यूलर में से देख रहे हो, उस दौरान धीरे धीरे कोर्स एडजस्टमेंट नॉब क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन में रोटेट करना है while observing, and you need to continue this movement of the course adjustment knob in a clockwise direction till the object is roughly focused. जब तक कि ऑब्जेक्ट आपको दिखता नहीं तब तक धीरे धीरे ऑक्यूलर में से देखते हुए धीरे धीरे आपको कोर्स एडजस्टमेंट नॉब घुमाना है जब तक कि आपको कुछ न दिखे. एक टाइम आएगा कि आपको कुछ दिखना चालू हो जाएगा. When the object is in focus, that time you need to be very careful, and then you should leave the course adjustment knob and now touch the fine adjustment knob. Practically, it is stated that once you have touched the fine adjustment knob, then you should not touch the course adjustment knob, because there are chances that the specimen sample can be damaged. तो जब आपका ऑब्जेक्ट रफ फोकस होता है, then you need to use a fine object adjustment knob. It is a small knob, very delicate one, which is used for bringing the object in a perfect focus. जब कोर्स एडजस्टमेंट नॉब में रफली फोकस होता है ऑब्जेक्ट, उसके फाइन डिटेल स्ट्रक्चरल डिटेल्स नहीं दिखते, लेकिन ऐसा दिखता है कि स्लाइड पे कुछ तो भी है, लेकिन वो क्या है, वो एग्जैक्टली स्ट्रक्चर क्या है, वो देखने के लिए, मतलब रिजॉल्विंग पावर बढ़ाने के लिए आपको फाइन एडजस्टमेंट नॉब यूज करना है. इट इज अ स्मॉल नॉब बिलो द कोर्स एडजस्टमेंट नॉब फॉर फाइन फोकसिंग ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट, so that it is structural details of the object are revealed clearly. So for that, fine adjustment knob is there. You can see this. This is coarse adjustment knob. This is fine adjustment knob. The coarse adjustment knob जब आप मूव करते हो तो ये पूरा बॉडी ट्यूब मूव करेगा, क्योंकि यहाँ ये जो मूवमेंट है वो रैक एंड पिनियन मूवमेंट से वो मूव करता है. यहाँ फिट है वो, और उसको मूवमेंट देने के लिए कोर्स एडजस्टमेंट है एंड फाइन एडजस्टमेंट है. कोर्स एडजस्टमेंट इज फॉर रफ फोकसिंग एंड फाइन एडजस्टमेंट नॉट इज फॉर फाइन फोकसिंग ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट, राइट. देन कंडेंसर, जैसे मैंने कहा कि कंडेंसर होता है सबस्टेज, जिसको कहा जाता है सबस्टेज कंडेंसर. सबस्टेज कंडेंसर का फंक्शन क्या है? टू कंडेंस द लाइट which is coming from the light source. So condenser knob होता है, कंडेंसर को मूव करने के लिए you can move the knob and condenser up and down. जैसे मैंने कहा कि आप अगर लो पावर ऑब्जेक्टिव या हाई पावर ऑब्जेक्टिव के साथ काम कर रहे हो तो आपका कंडेंसर लोअर डाउन होना चाहिए, राइट. सो द नॉब it elevates or lowers the condenser to regulate the intensity of light. आप अगर उसको नीचे करते हो तो इंटेंसिटी ऑफ लाइट विल बी रिड्यूस डाउन, आप अगर ऊपर करते हो तो इंटेंसिटी विल इंक्रीज. और उसी कंडेंसर पे एक छोटा लीवर होता है, उसको कहा जाता है आइरिस डायफ्रेम. दिस आइरिस डायफ्रेम इज ऑन द फ्रंट ऑफ द कंडेंसर एंड इट कैन बी ऑपरेटेड for closing and opening of the diaphragm. It can be used to open or close the diaphragm depending upon your requirement. If you want high intensity light, you need to open it. If you want low intensity light, you need to close it. So what amount of light you need to admit can be decided by the iris diaphragm. So this is a small lever which is there on the condenser, which controls the intensity of light. You can see here, if uh, mm, this is the lever called as iris diaphragm lever, and the condenser knob is there. This is actually, it has been uh, wrongly placed. Let me make it clear. This actually is iris diaphragm. This lever is iris diaphragm, and this knob, it is the condenser knob. Right? This is the knob, which is condenser knob, which is fitted here. Right? And this is the lever, which is having a shutter rather. It is a sort of shutter. You can close it and open it. If you open it, it will allow the maximum light to enter in the condenser. If you close it, the light entering or light intensity which you require will be reduced down. So that is the function of this iris diaphragm and condenser. Condenser, as the name itself indicates, condenser is to connect the light which is coming from the source. This light needs to be connected. For this, condenser is used. You will condense the light and then it will be transmitting the light towards the object, right? So that is the another mechanical part. Coming to the illuminating part, the very first is the mirror or electric lamp. जैसे मैंने कहा कि ये मिरर, कुछ जगह मिरर होता है, कुछ जगह इलेक्ट्रिक लैंप होता है. So most of the time this illuminating part, that is mirror or electric lamp, it is located beneath the stage, right, and has a concave and a plane surface. So as I stated, it is plano concave mirror. It is plano concave mirror having two sides. One is concave, another is plane. Also, I have told you that concave side of the mirror is to be used with dry objective like low power and high power objective. If you are using oil immersion objective which is having 100x magnification, that time you need to use plane surface of the mirror. The function of mirror, whether it is a concave or plane surface, the function is to gather the light and direct that light in order to illuminate the object or focus that into the condenser. Condenser will condense the light, collect the light, and then it will focus the object, right? Similar is the function with the electric lamp. It is in some of the microscope you will find a built-in illuminator is there. Electric lamp is there beneath the stage that may be used if sunlight is not there or sunlight is not available. That time you can use this lamp. Okay, so this is the illuminating part. You can see here mirror और इलेक्ट्रिक लैम्प, यही प्लेस. कुछ माइक्रोस्कोप में सिर्फ मिरर होता है, कुछ माइक्रोस्कोप में सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रिक लैंप होता है और कुछ माइक्रोस्कोप में दोनों होते हैं. मिरर भी होता है और इलेक्ट्रिक लैंप भी होता है. जब नेचुरल लाइट अवेलेबल है यू कैन यूज मिरर. If natural light is not available, you can use electric lamp, right? So in most of the microscope, both are there. That depends on the type of the. Now coming to the third part, that is magnifying parts. The object is to be magnified, and for magnifying, you have a magnifying part which is associated with the microscope, and this is the key part rather you can say. So basically there are two magnifying parts. One is called as ocular or eyepiece. This is the position of the ocular or eyepiece. This is a set of lens found on the top of the body tube which functions to magnify the image produced by the objective lens. That is, the function of eyepiece or ocular lens is to magnify the primary image. And as I stated, primary image is a magnified image of the object produced by objective. Depending upon the type of objective used, the magnified image of the object, which is called as primary image, it is formed in the body tube. It is formed in the body tube, and this image is magnified by the ocular, and it is called as secondary image or magnified image, right? So magnifying power of ocular mostly can be 5x, 10x or 15x. You can have a 20x also, but most of the time the preferred one is 10x. The preferred ocular for observation of specimen sample is 10x. It can be 5x in simple microscope or dissecting microscope. Mostly it is 5x. In compound microscope, it is either 10x or 15x, but we normally prefer 10x. So these are the objectives. Ocular and objective, these are the magnifying parts. Ocular, इसका मैग्नीफाइंग पावर 5x, 10x और 15x हो सकता है. एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव, देयर आर ऑब्जेक्टिव फिटेड ऑन द नोज पीस. रिवॉल्विंग या रोटेटिंग नोज पीस के ऊपर 3 से 4 ऑब्जेक्टिव होते हैं और सबका मैग्नीफाइंग पावर अलग अलग होता है. जो ऑब्जेक्टिव्स होते हैं, these are basically microbiology में we are concerned with these 3: low power objective, high power objective and oil immersion objective. लो पावर ऑब्जेक्टिव, जैसे मैंने कहा कि इट गिव्स द लोएस्ट मैग्निफिकेशन, यूजुअली 10x. Objectives, these are metal cylindrical cylinders attached below the nose piece and contain specially ground and polished lenses, and the magnifying power of that particular lens is encarved on that particular objective lens. The another is high power objective, which gives higher magnification. Both these lenses, these are dry lenses. High power objective can be of 40x or 45x, depending upon. तो जो होगा वो आपको देखना पड़ेगा. And the third one, the most important as far as microbiology is concerned, is oil immersion objective. This is the most important which we require, because we are not able to see the microorganisms in low power objective or high power objective. लो पावर ऑब्जेक्टिव और हाई पावर ऑब्जेक्टिव, नॉर्मली लो पावर ऑब्जेक्टिव का फंक्शन ये होता है लाइट एडजस्टमेंट के लिए. पहले लो पावर ऑब्जेक्टिव में लाइट एडजस्टमेंट करना पड़ता है, एंड यू कैन फोकस द थिंग इन लो पावर ऑब्जेक्टिव, देन यू रोटेट द ऑब्जेक्टिव, high power objective in position, see whether you are able to see the things or not, and then to the oil immersion objective, right? High power objective और low power objective में blood cells आपको दिखते हैं, जैसे RBC, WBC, प्लेटलेट्स, ये सब सेल्स जो है आपको ब्लड के फिल्म अगर बनाते हो, ब्लड का स्मीयर अगर बनाते हो, तो लो पावर ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड हाई पावर ऑब्जेक्टिव में ये दिखेंगे. लेकिन माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आपको बैक्टीरिया देखना है, तो बैक्टीरिया नहीं दिखेगा इसमें. बैक्टीरिया को देखने के लिए आपको कम से कम 1000 टाइम्स मैग्निफिकेशन चाहिए. तो 1000 टाइम्स मैग्निफिकेशन सिर्फ इसमें मिलता है, ऑयल इमर्शन ऑब्जेक्टिव में. इसलिए माइक्रोबायोलॉजी में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट जो है वो है ऑयल इमर्शन ऑब्जेक्टिव, which is a wet lens used along with the oil, right? टोटल मैग्निफिकेशन का तो मैंने आपको बताया कि कैसे टोटल मैग्निफिकेशन होता है. मैग्नीफाइंग पावर अगर आप देखते हो तो टोटल मैग्निफिकेशन पावर निकालना है तो आपको ये फॉर्मूला यूज करना पड़ेगा. टोटल मैग्निफिकेशन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट यूजिंग ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड आईपीस. Whatever is the magnifying power of objective needs to be multiplied with the magnifying power of eyepiece, and then you will get total magnification, right? So this is the way how you can find it out. ये एक एग्जाम्पल दिया है ओनियन सेल का. एज मैग्निफिकेशन इंक्रीजेस, डिटेल्स स्ट्रक्चर आर ऑब्जर्व. ये ओनियन सेल लो पावर में ऐसा दिखेगा, 100x में इतना क्लियर हो जाएगा. 100 टाइम्स अगर उसको मैग्नीफाई करते हो तो इतना दिखेगा. और 400 टाइम्स मैग्नीफाई करते हो तो इतना ऐसा दिखेगा. तो सी द सेम स्ट्रक्चर. ये अगर 5x में है फॉर एग्जांपल, ये उसको 100 टाइम्स मैग्नीफाई कर दिया और उसको 400 टाइम्स मैग्नीफाई कर दिया, तो इतना क्लियर डिटेल्स आपको दिखेगा. ये समझ में आया क्या?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are some points which you need to take care when you are using or handling a microscope. First thing, whenever you are using a microscope, because this is an optical device, you need to be very careful. You need to protect your microscope because it is made up of lenses from water, from dust. So do not let any liquid to come in contact with the microscope because that will damage the lens. Always keep the microscope inside the microscope box after using it, after cleaning the lens. During the objective lens, return the objective lens onto lower power after use. जैसे रिवॉल्विंग नोज पीस है, तो जब आपको माइक्रोस्कोप काम करने के बाद रखना है, whatever field you have used, whatever objective you have used, लेकिन फाइनली जब आप रखते हो तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? You will have to rotate the revolving nose piece in such a manner that low power objective is in position, and then you need to carry the microscope, hold the microscope by the arm. यहाँ आपको पकड़ना है आर्म को, and with one hand you will hold the arm of the microscope with one arm, one hand, and the other hand, palm of the other hand will be placed below the foot. म्हणजे एका हाताने आर्मला धरायचं मायक्रोस्कोपच्या आणि दुसरा हात त्याच्या फूट खाली ठेवायचा. अशा प्रकारे मायक्रोस्कोप उचलून त्याच्या बॉक्स मध्ये ठेवायचा. For cleaning of the lenses, you need to use soft clean tissue paper so that there is no scratch on the lens. If there is scratch on the lens, then next time you will not be able to see the object properly. Right. These are the slides and cover slips which you know, well aware with this that you require for preparation of the specimen sample. So like this, you will be mounting the things and you will be able to see the things. So are you okay with this anatomical parts of the microscope?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I think we should stop here because it is already more than 50 minutes. So have you understood the things? Only today 8 people are there. मला एक कळत नाही की बाबा तुम्ही कसं मॅनेज करणार आहे बाकीचे लोक. आता जर समजा असं सिलेबस संपत राहिला तर हे कसं कळणार तुम्हाला? इट्स डिफिकल्ट. एनीवे वी विल स्टॉप हियर अँड मीट ऑन मंडे. उद्या सुट्टी आपल्याला, उद्या सुट्टी घेऊया.
Okay, sir.
ठीक आहे, बाय.